How you doing there, guys? Welcome to another episode of the Tab Folder Show. A lot of you know me. My name is Bruce. Camille, how you doing today?
Very good, Bruce. Very good. Yourself?
Excellent. Nice of you to join us. And I'm eager. Well, I have a little bit of a. I have to admit, I'm a little excited because I've already seen some of the updates that are going on. So I can't hide that fact. But Camille, why don't you go ahead and show us what we have, what the rest of the community has to look forward to with the newest updates right before the 2.0 rollout.
Excellent. Thank you, Bruce. Let me just share my screen here. One
Sure thing.
moment.
Same thing like always, guys. Don't forget to leave your comments for today's show. We'll put up the StreamYard permissions if you haven't given StreamYard permissions in the past. That way, everyone who leaves a comment will be registered to win a giveaway, just like we always do at the end of today's show. Thank you for joining us again. Suman, hey there. Welcome. Bill Samoda, hi there.
Greetings to everybody. So let me go back to the preview. So let me start. This is tabs folders as you know it. The quote old tree view with double pane view and standard standard layout again, where you can kind of minimize it to make it one pane. And in this view, you basically have your bookmarks laid out in folders and bookmarks with bookmark titles. You can, of course, edit or change the URL by changing the URL or changing the title by renaming the title with the right-click pop-up menu. We hinted at this previously that we have a new design coming up for this whole tree view that's going to add a lot more columns, a lot more information, because with tabs folders 1.5 we added the tags and notes here, so they were only accessible in this side view. And now we have the new tree view, and drum roll please, here it is. Thank you, Bruce. Thank you. So now this is more of a view like your Finder, Dropbox, or Google Drive, where you have multiple columns in the view, and you have therefore more information. When we expand this view in bookmarks, now you can see that you have tags, labels, and notes right in this view. And you can see the details here. So it's a new label or tag. It's labeled with the color blue, and it's there's a note test chat with Adam. So this is very useful. That again, you can see a folder or bookmarks in a folder right away. Get a quick view of the notes and tags that are attached to those items. So it's a much faster way to get at the information, as well as start items that we had, previously here in the start kind of top bar. They are now starred right in your tree view here, so you can see the ones that are starred are appear as a star, obviously, and you can as well star right in this view. So you can click here, and there you go. It becomes a starred item. As well in this view, this feature right now is in a bit of a beta. I will mention as well that this tree view is being released tomorrow to the Chrome Web Store, so it should be in the store by the end of the week. But we are releasing a beta type of version that it's not fully complete, but we want to get it in the hands of users as quickly as possible, so that we can get feedback. And while we're in the kind of still development phases, let's say 80% done, that if users give feedback as to features that can be improved or corrected before the full working release. This is why we're releasing it to the public, so that to our users, so that you can kind of take a look see how it works, and if there's any issues that you'd like to change or things that aren't kind of the way you expect, you can give us feedback right away, and we may be able to kind of change them while we're still developing and fixing these things up. So let me go back to the old preview. You will have a button here in the top in the new 1.91 release that will say New Preview. When you click this button, you will get a pop-up here in the top right, kind of like a toast message stating that this feature is in beta, and please be aware that there might be some things that aren't working. The one thing right now that I can demo that isn't working 100%, we are just fixing this bug today, but it didn't get into, we didn't fix it in time to do a release for the demo, is kind of sorting. So when we have added sorting, instead of being in the old preview here, you had a little button where you selected the type of sort order and you had URL, name, date modified. This has now been included, like in modern, your Mac OS Finder, that you have the little arrows next to the field that you want to sort by. So if you want to sort by name, just click on it, and as you see, it's up sorting, and it sorts this way. Sometimes this sort doesn't work 100%. Like I said, we're fixing it today, and hopefully for the release tomorrow, it will be working 100%. But to come back, there's three types of sorts. So it's ascending, descending, and kind of the manual sort order, which is which is called in the old view custom sort. So manual sort or custom sort, it's the sort that appears in the tabs, how they're sorted in the open window, the tabs, how they're sorted in the browser. That's kind of the custom sort or manual sort. And we will be adding this to folders where you'll be able to custom sort folders up and down and kind of position them manually. And that's how they'll appear in the custom sort. Right now, however, you'll have the ascending, descending. When you click on it, you see it goes to the bottom when it's descending and vice versa. But we've also added now that you can sort by starred. And by the way, it's folders first sort. So first you get the list of folders in the folder, and then all the bookmarks. So as you see now, its stars are last. So therefore, any folders that are starred will appear last. And when we sort to the top, they come up, or as ascending, the stars come up to the top. Same thing we've added that users were asking about date modified. And now, again, same thing. You can sort by ascending, descending for when the bookmark was modified. And this will help you, if you have a lot of bookmarks in a view and you kind of want to sort quickly by which one was added last, you just use the date modified. In this release, we haven't added these 4 next columns yet. So we will be adding the kind of type, tags, labels, and notes sorting in the 2.0 release. But we figured in this 1.9.1 release, the name, start, and date modified are the key ones that will help you with sorting in this view. So yeah, that's the new view. Again, right now it's only one table. You don't have the side-by-side views in this release. In 2.0, we will be adding that again, just to mirror the old view. And again, this is kind of for testing out to see if you like it, what features we could add, etc., etc. If there's anything that's not working in this view, if something is going wrong for you, it's not loading correctly, or anything, like I mentioned, it's in beta, all you have to do is just click back to old preview, and you're back to the old tabs folders 1.5, which works 100% like it's been working for the past 3 months. And so you can go back to this view, just, if you really pressed for time and you want to ensure that everything's working 100%, you can go back to this view at any time. Coming back, another new feature in this in this release, which we didn't plan on and didn't mention, but we decided that this is a major UX upgrade from kind of user feedback and our own usage of tabs folders. The main point was that as you got more and more bookmarks, and we noticed this feature, especially with advanced search, that when you searched with advanced search and you got a long list of results, for example, if you searched for, I don't know, whatever bookmarks, and you have like 1,000 results. First of all, it took a long time to display them in this tree view, in the old tree view. Tabs folders would be working for sometimes, 15, 20 seconds, which we found unacceptable, that you have to wait that long for search results. And second, when the results did come back, it started to be unruly that when you have 1,000 results in a tree view and all those folders are open in the tree, it was kind of difficult to really find what you're looking for. So we've improved on this, and we've made a new search view that's more, again, like macOS Finder, which is basically a list of results. So let me start. For example, if I type YouTube, I get a lot of results, as you see here, but now they're a lot easier to view because you have the whole title, so one by one, so you don't have a lot of extra, directory trees to scroll through to see all of your results very quickly. So here are the results. As you can see, many results you can quickly scroll through, and the key point as well is if you have the same bookmark or title, we have added the location of where it is, and boom, right here, when you scroll to the right, you have the folder, and boom, you can see that this entrepreneur ambition, discipline, and purpose, which is, by the way, an amazing video. I think it's quite timeless, from 2015. I think it was bookmarked, but it's from, I think, 2012 or 2013, and it's still relevant 10 years later. So great video to take a look at. It's in see the folder personal self-improvement. It's also export, so it's been exported. It's in that folder, and it's been shared publicly. That it's kind of how I organized these folders. So first it was stored internally for my own purposes. Then I exported it when I was exporting to a bookmark backup. And then I also shared it publicly. So I copied it to this shared public folder, so that it would be shared publicly in for various live streams, etc. So this allows you, for example, if you have the folder titled marketing, and you have it in 5 different projects, but you're looking for the marketing folder, search quickly just to get to it and open it quickly instead of having to click maybe 5 or 6 levels down in a tree in tabs folders. You just type marketing here, and on the right you would see which project it belongs to, and you just kind of double click on it to open that folder in the tree view. So this is, I think, a big improvement to speed up your searches. And this same view works not only in this, the classic search, but it works in advanced search as well. So in the classic search, which searched basically all of bookmarks, here we can search, for example, folder name contains YouTube. Actually, let's see if we have any. No, we don't have any. So why don't we search for folder name contains personal? And there you go. We have personal folder in 3 locations again. But with advanced search, as you see, we can search for folder specifically. Now, since we didn't find any folders with YouTube, let's search for bookmark title or bookmark URL contains YouTube. And there you go. Here are our YouTube results. So we don't have any folder titled YouTube, but we have a lot of bookmarks with YouTube in the URL. So as you see now, the advanced search allows you to really zero in and focus on what you're looking for. And you get it in a much nicer view that not only you can see also if the bookmark is starred right away, any labels and notes that it has. These all appear in the search results view, and of course, as we reviewed before, in the new tree view. So these are the main new features coming out this week in Tabs folders. They are in beta, but we thought to get them into your hands for, like I mentioned, kind of so you can take a look, give us some feedback, and as well to get them into your hands so that you can start taking advantage of these new features faster and get the benefits of this kind of more advanced interface with more information and a lot faster kind of display and results from the searches.
We can all see that you've been very, very busy in the past couple of weeks. There's a lot of love coming to you right now. A lot of people checking in and just really impressed with how Tab folders has been coming along.
Thank you. You are right. We've been really slaving over this to release this new interface because we do feel that, or hope at least, from our experience, it's a lot faster and easier to use Tabs folders. I hope that our users feel the same way, and hope to get the feedback as soon as we can from them, from the community to see if this is a better kind of way to use Tabs folders. Right now, for the next, probably in version 2.0, well, actually, we'll see regarding the new team sharing functionality, but up till version 2.0, you definitely will have the old tree views so that you can go back to them anytime. Because I believe in 2 weeks we'll probably release version 1.10. And then if we don't go straight to 2.0, we'll release 1.10, where it will have kind of the new tree view with all the sortable columns, etc. So this kind of complete to a non-beta but a release stage. And then 2.0 should be coming out in another 2 weeks at the end of September with the team sharing functionality.
We're looking at the end of September. Camille, you wanted me to let you know your video has a little bit of lag, just FYI.
Okay, thank you.
Sure. We do have a few people that are coming in. Guys, I do want to let you know, right, and I'll point it out. To the Facebook users that say, hi, Camille, hello, and you see that they all say Facebook user, right? I can't accept those as entries because I don't know who those individuals are. To everyone who's been saying hello and checking in with us, thank you for joining us. But again, please, you'll see right down below on that ticker tape that's scrolling on the bottom where it says StreamYard.com/Facebook. Please click on that and give StreamYard permissions so that way we can see your face and your name. So that way when you do put up a comment, it's registered to win a license at the end of today's show. Without you giving permission, we can't give a Facebook user, with that title of that comment, we can't give that comment a license. So again, I ask, just like we do every show, please go ahead and give StreamYard permissions so that way we could give you your license for jumping in and commenting on today's show. Thank you for joining us as well. Someone says, we'll definitely take advantage of the new features. Awesome. Great to hear that. We did have a question from Bill Out. Any Dublon Finder?
Not quite sure what that means. We also did have a comment from Paul here saying that there's no video on mobile. We'll have to take a look at what he means by that.
He's
Actually,
also on LinkedIn, so I'm wondering if LinkedIn's having issues with StreamYard. Guys, is anyone else having any video issues on their mobile devices with any other social network? Please let us know.
great. So I'm not sure what the double on finder means. Bill, out if you can repaste or retype your question, that would be great to follow up. As per, maybe I'll go to the next one with Chenna. Do you think multiple conditions make sense for an advanced search? Yes, they do, and that's actually already programmed from the front end. So we have the UI for it. We're just working on the back end to get it all working again. We bumped the priority of the kind of new UI interface and the search results because we believe that the multiple conditions, it's like a 5%, 10% extra feature versus this front end was higher priority right now. So we released advanced search in 2.0. You will get the kind of more ability with multiple conditions in advanced search to add that. Let's say you want to find a folder whose title is something, and it was created after a certain date. So yes, we are definitely working on that. And thank you, Chenna, for the suggestion. It should be coming out soon. We'll have to weigh whether we can get it into the end of September as per the team's functionality, because that's also kind of very high priority. But yes, it's definitely on the way.
And we did get clarification from Bill. Let me bring that up. When you have multiple same links on a different folder, double on, and I think he thinks every link should be unique anyways. I think it's in terms of referencing, right? You could have the same URL in multiple different folders, but
yes,
when you link to it inside tabbed folders, it has a unique URL ID.
True. Or maybe what he means is like an alias, where in Finder you have one folder, like marketing with all your documents. It's in project 1, but then you put an alias to it in project 2, for example. So yes, we are thinking about that functionality, but as well, it's on the roadmap. Because users have been using that they don't, or mentioning that they don't want to copy the whole folder, like marketing, into another folder. They could just copy the link to it. But that's a really core kind of change where, again, that will be coming out after Teams functionality because it'll impact kind of team folder sharing quite a bit. And so, again, it's on the roadmap after 2.0.
Bill, totally got it. Perfect. Thank you for that. Daniel, curious what Tabs Folders 2.0 will come out with, maybe some AI integration. So we've been dropping a lot of hints over the last couple months, Daniel. Thank you for joining us. But we could go into that, right? So we're talking about future. So obviously with the big release of 2.0 comes out, because we've already done the UI refresh. We've already done the different tree views. The next thing to come out is Teams sharing. You'll be able to go ahead and have, let's like updates that when you're working on a folder and you add links with tags and notes, it'll be updated to your other teammates within your team, business, organization, whatever you want to call it. Regardless of the vernacular, they'll be able to be in sync when you say, okay, John Smith and Jane Doe have access to my folder. So whenever I update notes, it'll get pushed out. Whenever I update links, it'll get in a specific folder, it'll get pushed out to all individuals within a team. So that's going to be the main release for 2.0 coming out. Camille has talked about AI in the future. That's a ways away. I don't even know if that's something that's going to be coming anytime soon. We've dabbled and talked about passwords for Teams as well. Anything else, Camille, that you want to drop for the future?
So there's a lot. I mean,
I didn't mean to put you on the spot, buddy. I didn't mean to put you on the spot. I'm sorry about that.
No. I know the roadmap is, it's big, and we really have to make selections what will be key for our users. But we're actually, we're gathering feedback from the user base as we speak as well to find out what features are important to them. Mind you, AI integrations. So yes, there's one AI feature which was kind of advanced, triple advanced search, or AI search, you could say. That not only will it search your bookmarks, and when we start saving websites, the text of websites, then we'll be able to add an AI search to that. In essence, that you won't be only searching for the keywords, but you'll be searching for a concept. With AI, we'll be able to write concepts like natural language processing, and it'll be able to search the text of the bookmarks that you saved, or the text of the web pages that you saved through your bookmarks, and find concepts that you will be looking for. So that's one AI feature we're planning for the future. And another AI feature we're looking at dabbling as to adding kind of sharing within your team, and kind of sharing information about websites with an AI analysis as to internal within your team, what you've kind of what your team has looked at, what you've looked at, and kind of comparing and making those differences, or comparing the bookmarks and kind of sharing it within the team in a more effective way instead of manually. But that's a bit kind of hazy right now. That the advanced search is very clear. We've actually already, sorry, not advanced, the AI search. We've already tested that. We have the code kind of written for it. So it works. We just need to add the storage of website texts to your saved bookmarks. So that's why we can't release it right now. It wouldn't really help much. But with other AI features, it's kind of gray area at this point, because we'll see what users are really looking for, and if AI can really help something, 10x lower your time, or improve the benefits of the way you work 10 times faster through AI with tabs folders. And if users say that's kind of a feature that would do that, that would help them, then we'll look at investigating it with AI. Like I said, if it's something going out on the internet, for example, for a next level of AI search, and having our AI kind of search your Google results for you, that could be something. So there's a lot of possibilities, and we're working on that. But that's something for next year, definitely, because 2.0 with team sharing, this is the key feature that everybody is asking about, to really be able to onboard team members, share in real time with your team members. And so this is what we're focusing right now for 2.0.
Yeah, with the immediate release.
Yeah, yes.
Thank you. And we do have a Daniel, that was for you. Thank you. Darren has a question. I have a personal profile on Chrome, and at the same time, I'll have another window open with my work credentials, or let's say it's a work profile, right? Tabs folder isn't tied to either profile, right? It uses its own login. I think this is a two-part question, though. Yes, there's a login, but there's something that needs to be said. And it doesn't matter if you use Microsoft Edge, which is Chromium, or Google Chrome, right? You have the ability to sync individual extensions. And so that's something that needs to be said. It's like, make sure that you're looking at the extensions. When you're using a different profile, make sure that you're syncing also to use the tab folders extensions on both profiles. As for its login, yes, that has its own login that's totally separate from the browsers. But Camille, here's something that I wanted to ask you regarding this. And this is technically the third part of the question that I didn't ask. If you have one Chrome extension and it's installed and synced to one profile, And then regardless of which browser, you're now moving into you're moving into the next profile, right? Does it stay installed and is it automatically synced to the second profile, or do you have to manually go in and say, I need tabs folders to also be synced to the second profile as well?
I can't say. I believe Chrome profiles, because it's actually different on every browser. That, for example, Brave has its own profile system, and it doesn't work with the Google profiles. So I believe it's per profile. When you switch a profile, the browser installs the extensions based on the profile. So different profiles have different extensions installed. So we don't really control that, and we have that's only kind of a Chrome specific slash Microsoft Edge, I believe, might have something similar. But
so if you switch profiles, do you have to reinstall it on that new profile?
I believe so with Chrome. So, but you have to install it once. I mean, every time you switch, it'll sync the extensions to your browsers, so they will be installed. However, yes, we do have kind of one login with tabs folders, and I guess it's a question, yeah, that we don't have separation between like personal and business at this point. So when you're saving a session, it will save kind of everything from your open browsers and tabs. We haven't checked actually, we haven't tested if it's not installed in your work session, whether it will access that session. So that's something actually that I'll take a note to kind of test, and so we know the answer to that question. But we do plan on having kind of not sessions, but workspaces in tabs folders after 2.0, where again, you'll be able to pick where you save bookmarks to what workspace. Now, how that will interact with Chrome, user sessions, we'll have to see, because, like I said, it's specific. Every browser seems to have their own implementation of this, and they're not compatible. So we'll see if we can integrate, because if we have to write a different version of this for every single browser, then that might not be doable. So we'll try to work around that somehow. Bruce, I think we lost you. Looks like we lost Bruce. Hopefully he will come back soon. So let me take a look to post the next question. And the question is there any Chrome extension available? Yes, so tabs folders is the Chrome extension. Hello, Bruce. Glad to see you're back. So just following up from Sumon, yes, tabs folders is a Chrome extension. It's available in the Chrome Web Store. If you just go to the Web Store and type tabs folders, or go to tabsfolders.com and you click the Get button, it'll take you to the Chrome Store if you're using Chrome, and you should be able to download it right away. Next one. To add a notification that there's URL is bookmarked or not, like in Chrome when you get a star mark. So yes, I believe this is a feature that's been requested in the roadmap. So again, if you go to roadmap.tabsfolders.com, you can upvote that feature, and we will look at adding it to the extension. Right now, what you do have is we do check it, but there's no functionality to kind of display that it's bookmark. I know in the tabs folders icon, and we can change that. But we do have autosave functionality, which actually it's a little kind of UX feature / bug that I have to talk about with this current release that's out there on the Chrome Store. Users have been mentioning that you can't save. The save button doesn't work in tabs folders. And so it's not exactly that it's not working. It's being disabled when you've saved the tab, autosaved. So So this is kind of exactly this, that we have the functionality. We know when the tab has been saved to your inbox, and we disable this in 1.9.1 because obviously we took a different point of view on the feature than most users. So the save button will be re-enabled. But when you click on the tabs folders icon with autosave, maybe I'll actually share my screen again just to show this. So when you go on, for example, something like, I don't know, let's see what's happening on Google. I'm feeling lucky. And there you go. Ramon Julio's birthday. When we click on tabs folders, the icon with autosave, right away here you see it says save to inbox. And you can either remove it from inbox and then click save if you want to save it to a different folder, let's say like export. Or you can go view bookmarks and then move it from inbox to whatever folder. But right now, like I said, that once it was saved to inbox, we are disabling the save button. Now it's been re-enabled in this version 1.9.1, so you can click save, and now the save button works. So it's now saved in both places, in inbox and to the folder that you saved to manually. When I clicked again on the extension, since this bookmark was saved to inbox, it now says exists and doesn't save it again to the inbox. We are working on the UX functionality of this because it's a question of if you remove this bookmark from inbox now and click autosave again on this link, it would autosave it again. So we're kind of looking at the UX on how to best approach this, whether we allow users to only save, autosave as a bookmark once to inbox, or how to improve this functionality so it works the best for users. Because obviously with save book button being disabled as well, it's not how users are expecting this to function. So we're working to fix that. Like I said, the save button is fixed in 1.91, but in general, the autosave functionality we will be improving going forward.
There is something else to be said for the notifications to be displayed on the dashboard, and we talked about this with the team functionality. Guys, we know a lot of you may be used to, like, let's say Google Drive, right? And if someone shares a specific folder with you, you would get an email as well as like a notification on the notification bell on Google Drive. Let us know if that's something that would be helpful to you in terms of being notified when it comes to like collaborating with teams. Hey, this person shared a note with you. Hey, this person shared a URL. This person shared a folder with you, right? Sometimes you might miss that email, but you might like to be notified on the dashboard. Let us know also if a notification queue is of any assistance to you. Again, don't forget to click on tabs folders. We'll put it right there on the bottom. Please vote on that if that's something you'd be interested in as well.
Yes. And this, I think users are mentioning that when you go on any website and it's been bookmarked, Chrome kind of displays it somewhere there, and we can change the icon, the tabs folders icon, to display the same. So again, it's on the roadmap, but it's waiting for other features right now that are kind of higher priority for most of the user base. So.
Someone says dashboard notifications will be awesome. Perfect. I wish I could also allow that to be entered into our giveaway, but you haven't given StreamYard permission. So please give StreamYard permission to the other people who've said hi and hello with a little emoji hand. Please give StreamYard permission so that way we can enter all of your comments into the giveaway, which will be coming up in about 2-3 minutes here. Let's shotgun the last two we have. Bookmark auto-filing, like when I'm doing research on a topic. Is this part of the AI update? Good question. That's a feature that a lot of people have been asking about too.
Yes, and we also thought about this on how it would work based on kind of topic. So yeah, we're kind of evaluating this as one of the AI features to this would be something that instead of you having to bookmark things manually, it could just write the bookmark them to the proper folder automatically. I guess it's a question of the percentage effectiveness, just like with text-to-speech systems. When it's 95% effective, it's not really functional because you have to correct 5% of the words, and it becomes more of a pain than just typing.
Right.
So yes, we'll definitely take a look at this as to categorizing again by the meaning of a certain article, where the AI would analyze the meaning of a web page, of the text on the web page, and then try to autofile it to your system. So.
Yeah.
That's thank you for the suggestion. We like I said, it's on the roadmap. I mean, it's on our internal roadmap or features list, but maybe we can add this to the tabs folders roadmap page as well, so that users can vote on this stuff.
I like that. I like
actually,
that.
yeah. Well, Facebook user, if you could add this, that would be great. We will be adding it ourselves as well. But if you add it first, then you will be notified when it's moved from an idea to the roadmap, and you will get notifications on it when anybody upvotes it, etc.
All right. Supa asks, I'm using it on my personal PC and office laptop. Is it possible that both of my bookmarks will sync? Yes, just make sure that you install the Chrome extensions with your credentials, email and password, to both Chrome extensions or both Edge, depending on what browser you're using. Make sure that you're using the same set of credentials on both extensions at your home and at your office.
Yes, on the two different devices, and it will sync. This is one of the core features of tabs folders from many years ago. This is one of the first things we implemented, was the sync between different browsers and laptops. So if you're using Chrome at work and Brave or Edge at home, or the opposite, tabs folders actually syncs the bookmarks between those different browsers for you into one place. Which it's not really possible that Edge doesn't sync to Chrome. So this is the key point that tabs folders provides.
And a continuation of that, it sounds like I have to make a tab folders login for each profile. So that is 2 licenses, correct? No, that is incorrect, but it benefits you that you are incorrect, because you only need 1 license. And let's say you have 2 different Chrome or Edge profiles, right? Let's say you have Edge that you have at home, and then Edge that you have at work, and they're using 2 different profiles completely. You can still use the same extension and the same set of credentials, and so they can sync on both, and you only need 1 license for that. You don't need 2.
Alternatively, unless the user means that they want actually a different copy, yes, okay.
Which then he says, I don't want to sync my work tabs and my personal tabs. Well, you could go the extra distance and get 2 licenses, and then you'd have 2 sets of credentials, and then you would have 2 sets of tabs folders accounts completely, right? That's totally doable. And something like that is preferential, right? That's a preference that you have. You could totally set that up where a perfect example, right? Let's say you have 2 profiles at home and then 2 profiles at work. And let's say your home uses a Gmail account, your personal profile uses a Gmail account. You can install that on both, and you can have your first tabs folders account just for personal browsing, right? But then you have a work email address that's signed into Chrome, and a work email address that's signed in to Chrome at work, and one at home. And then you could have a different tabs folders set of credentials. That way you could just sync just work browser, everything that you're aggregating together, links, tags, notes, etc.
If I may jump in, it's I guess it's a question about licensing, maybe, that do you need 2 licenses for 2 different accounts? And well, at this point we are you do need them. Maybe we'll look into this further in the future, but it's just like having 2 Gmail accounts. Um, if you have a work Gmail account, that's a paid account and you pay a license. And if you have a personal Google, Gmail, but plus the Google, what's it called, Google Docs, etc. Then you do pay two different license fees that you have two different accounts. And that's the methodology we took, or something like Dropbox, for example. Same thing. You have a Dropbox work account, that's one license, and you have a Dropbox personal account, and that's a different license because it's really two different accounts that you're using. So that's the license model we took at this point. But again, that's something up for debate. That how it'll change when we have workspaces. That we'll see if that changes. But currently, yes, if you want two separate accounts where they're not synced together, then it's two separate licenses. Yeah.
There might be something to be said for that use case when we introduce workspaces.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. That it may be kind of one license, but I think with Dropbox and with other Dropbox and Google Drive, etc., it's the same thing, that there is no user license. It's the entity. So then the company buys a license for a user, because let's say if you're a contractor and you work with 5 different companies, or an agency and you work with 15 different companies and clients, well, then it's not one account. It's each company that you work at, you have a different account at and a different license. That's usually normally how licensing works at this point. So again, so I think we're just following the standards here for licensing, but we'll see if that changes. At this point, it's probably like I said, 2 licenses, and it's kind of in the industry standard practice for licensing.
Thank you for the question. Moving on, next Facebook user says, to be honest, I'm still confused why I need this tool when I can do everything using my Chrome bookmark feature. That's not necessarily true, but let's dive into it. And thank you for the question. So as a quick little deep dive, there's, for example, with tab folders, we could just talk about 2.0 that's coming out. You'll have a Teams feature. You can't really share from Chrome in real time. Let's say you have a folder that's synced with somebody else. You won't be able to share like the research topics that you have of, let's say you're talking about crypto, right, for the month of July. You won't be able to, in real time, once you go ahead and save a specific link to that crypto folder, it won't go out to all of your subscribers. If you have, 100 people or 500 people that follow or are sharing your crypto folder, right? That's a perfect example that would be coming up within a month. Besides having the ability to share and sync, tabs, sessions, links between multiple different browsers too.
Different browsers. Plus, we have notes and tags, which you can't add to Chrome bookmarks. And finally, auto snooze feature, which user said that it makes the computer a lot faster if you have a lot of windows and tabs open. In tabs folders, you can configure how quickly to snooze tabs, which tabs you don't want to snooze. For example, pinned tabs. If you don't want to snooze anything like YouTube, where we are searching, if you don't want to snooze YouTube tabs, you just put in a little URL for youtube.com and it won't snooze those tabs. So those are the kind of extra features that you get with tabs folders. Not to mention the more advanced team sharing, where again in 2.0 you'll be able also to allow your team members to read only to the folder, or they'll be able to kind of edit the folders as well. So add notes, add more bookmarks, edit, remove, etc. I don't believe that Chrome gives you those features with their bookmarks. So this is the benefit of tabs folders, that you get a lot more than just bookmark management.
Right, and this also answers other questions. Does it support different browsers? Obviously, like tabs folders does, but the ability for you to sync your folders and tabs that you have, or your links that you have in Chrome, won't go to another browser. That's one of the larger primary value props that other people were talking about. Ankit said, it may be for cross browsers and to save tabs easily. Yep, we just covered all that.
Yes.
Good. Thank you for jumping in, Ankit. We're coming up to the last question here. Do you have any plans to add workspaces or workplace sharing features like Workona anytime soon? So I'm glad you talked about that because we're fleshing that out as we speak. But the ability to share a workspace is something that I'd love to do. Besides folders in a workspace, this is something that we talked about 6-9 months ago. If you have a collection of folders, having a workspace dedicated to those collection of folders, to me, just kind of made sense, right? Like that other individual who wanted to go ahead and separate home from work and then wanted to have, let's say the research is completely separated because they have 2 different workspaces. I totally believe that. I love that feature.
Yes. So that's coming kind of after 2.0 when we release team sharing. The next, next versions will be working on workspaces to kind of expand on the team sharing functionality. Workona is our friendly competitor, and it is a good feature that we are also working on. And snoozing the next, just quickly answer the next question. It's the same thing. Yes, snoozing tabs does free up your memory, RAM, and your CPU processing. That every time your browser has a tab open, it does stuff. A lot of tabs have some JavaScript in them, etc. So they're constantly using your processor and using up electricity, heating up your computer and RAM. So if you want to conserve those and make your computer run faster, snoozing with tabs folders is the key.
You should take, who is it? Hazaifa. I should let you know, we did do a deep dive on a previous episode a few months back. I highly recommend that you view that video because if I remember correctly, Camille, didn't you have the ability to have anywhere from 80 to 90% worth of memory savings on that on certain browsers?
Yes, we do. If you have a lot of tabs open, snoozing them saves you 80-90% of your RAM and processor power, or processing your processor usage.
So that goes to another one of the features. You're not sure why you would use tabs folders if a lot of the features that you have inside Chrome doesn't have a RAM booster, kind of like a tabs snooze feature. So that's something else that you may want to consider if you like having a fast computer. Guys, that's about it. Thank you for joining us today. We're almost an hour in and we have tons of great questions. Everyone give Camille a round of applause. Number 1. Number 2, give him feedback on the new updates that have rolled out, new tree view, new query of search results, and let him know how much you're looking forward to 2.0 coming out in the next few weeks. Yeah.
Thank you. And
there you go. Elma, thank you for joining us.
Thanks. I was just chatting with Elma on Facebook today. So hello, glad to see you're on our stream today.
And let's go ahead and get the giveaway up and running. Perfect. Let me go and share the screen here.
By the way, like your camera, Bruce, where it automatically tracks you.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. All right. So we'll bring that up. Here we go. No,
I won!
Camille, you won!
Let's try that again, Bruce. Lost you there again. Hopefully, you'll be back soon. As I can do the. Oh, there we go. Bruce is doing the giveaway again. Great. And Chenna, thank you for the comment for taking the time. It's great to be in touch with our users and see you guys. Thank you for joining the live stream. It's great to interact with you here live. And I see Bruce that Taps Folders is you really want me to win a license.
That was funny.
Twice. I must be very lucky this week. So this time it's Hugs Johnson.
There we are.
Hugs, give us congratulations. Glad you joined us. Give us a shout on Facebook Messenger, and let us know either me directly or on the Facebook page. Just send us a message, and we will be giving you the license that you won. And congratulations again. Looking forward to chatting with you on Messenger.
That being said, guys, everyone keep social distancing in mind. Wash your hands, and we'll see you guys all in a few weeks.
See you in a few weeks. Have a good one. Thanks, Bruce.
Thanks, Camille. Bye, guys.
Bye.